Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Banter Football. It is your host, Mr. Angeli Chooks, and my co-host,
DJ Second.
Welcome to tonight's show. It has been a great week. We have come back to real football. Last week, when we had our last show, it was an international break when we talked about injuries. But this week, we are back. So the Premier League is back, the Serie A is back, Bundesliga is back. All club football is back. First and foremost, we want to talk about the young players we have that are making strides in the Premier League and the rest of the world. Sex, what do you think about these young players? Because I can see the likes of Kobe Mainoo for Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho with the beautiful goal of the season. I should call it goal of the decade, but
oh my God,
let me calm my nerves. It is the goal of the season so far. It is a breathtaking goal that has got the world talking since yesterday. So, what do you think about all these things? Pellistri coming off. This boy Gil that is playing for Tottenham, he played his game after coming back from Sevilla. He actually won the Europa League in Sevilla. All these boys that are coming up in Premier League, you see young boys making their debut. Lamine Yamal in Barcelona. You see the likes of Gavi. We tend to forget that Gavi is still a young player because he has played so many games. So, you know, these boys are doing wonders in Premier League, in Serie A, in La Liga. Let's not forget Rasmus Højlund. You guys have your own.
Why is it that, do you know why I started laughing at first? I started laughing because when you talk about all these young players, this guy mentioned 3 Manchester United players.
I've called Lamine Yamal, I've called Gavi, I've called Gil. Those are not Manchester United players.
You first mentioned 3 Manchester United players.
The thing is this, I know
Arsenal squad, all of them are young players.
Why
did you mention one
I'm talking about teenagers. I'm talking about people that I know. Now, when I hand over to you and say, what do you think about these players? You tell me about your young players, your teenagers that have been doing well recently.
There are teenagers in Arsenal.
You should know better than me. You said I'm calling Manchester United players, right? You give me your own names.
We are talking about, you did at first you did not mention teenagers. You said young.
Okay, let's talk about young players. Let's favor Sexy. She's going to talk about the whole of Arsenal. So what do you think about So what do you think about these young players making their waves in the Premier League?
I'm not talking about any young player in Arsenal, but they are actually doing well. This Manchester United match, I was hoping they lose, but they won.
What did you think about Kobe Mainoo and how he busted that?
That's the thing. That guy is too good, actually. That guy is very good. And after that match, I had to go and look him up on YouTube and search. Maybe I will see his academy matches or whatever. But I just saw a few clips. And what he did against Everton, he really played football. I think maybe because, I don't know who selected this squad for Man U. Maybe because Ten Hag he was suspended.
He's the one that selected the squad.
He's
the one that made the changes.
He doesn't feel that.
That's why sometimes I tell you, Sexy, know a thing or two about advanced football. That a coach is sidelined.
I know that.
So what are you talking about?
That.
You just want to ridicule Ten Hag in our
channel. No.
So okay, what are you
I know that. It's just that his assistant, he was as if he was the one doing all the job.
How?
And
How?
the first time, Mona bet me this guy is going to lose against Newcastle, but that one is a topic for another day.
Same thing you said about Everton.
I did not say that. I said
you said
no.
They were going to.
No, I said
to beat us. You even made a bet that they were going to beat us. I told you that they are going to give us a game because they have been deducted 10 points. That's what I remember telling you. But you said they were going to beat us. You kept saying it last week. You kept saying it.
I said,
and you even bet against us in your sports betting. So what are you? Don't come here and change your mouth.
No, of course I bet against you people for sure.
So what are you? You are not saying that you didn't say that. You said
I didn't say you.
The same way you said that Everton is going to beat us at Goodison Park. That is the same way you have said now that Newcastle will beat us.
This one is
guys.
This
when
one
we come back next week. When we come back next week,
this one
we'll review on Newcastle. Then we'll know what happened. I'm not saying that we are going to beat Newcastle. They have beat us already this season. But what I'm
No,
saying
you were confident before the camera. Yesterday you told me
listen.
that is what I said against Everton. That
Yes, because you said that
you
said that Everton will beat us, and Everton did
But
not
the
beat us.
good thing
And you
is-
have come again with Newcastle.
The good thing is Shaw is back. Shaw is like I don't know, he's like their key player in that squad. That guy plays football.
Sure,
I know
he's like a glue that knits everything
he's
together.
important.
He's
if
important.
you bench him, you guys
He's
will
not the key player.
That your left wing.
When I'm talking about key player, he's not the key player. There's the difference between key player and an important player. He's a very important player that knits the team together.
Player. A key player. If you don't use him, you guys will lose that match. If he had not used Shaw,
we won 3 games out of 3 without Shaw. He came back yesterday and we won another game. So what are you talking about? Why is he a key player? Let's make it make sense.
Go call.
No, I'm coming. Let's
tell him to bench
make it make sense. We played 4 games. We won 3. Which Premier League and the whole of the Premier League, the whole of Premier League before the international break, we were given. Listen now, before the international break, we were given. Manchester United was given the best team in form before the international break. In form, because no team won 3 straight games out of 4. We have not had any draw this season. Then we came back with Shaw. We won 1.
Which team did you play?
We won one. We won one more game. And you are. It doesn't matter the team.
No, tell me that I want to know.
Liverpool struggling against Luton, right? And got a draw. No, they got a draw.
Okay.
But we went to we beat them. So what are you talking about?
After Luton, who again?
What you need to know is that we won 3 games out of 4, and Premier League is not checking this thing you're checking.
You won 3 games out of. But what number are you on the table, Angeli?
I'm in this.
All these things are not so irrelevant. They are not up there.
Wait, I'm 6th position.
Jeez.
Wait, I'm 6th position.
Nobody cares about 6th position. I want to 3, 4.
I'm 6 points away from top 4. He is on 30 points. She's on 30 points, which is Arsenal, and topping the table. And I am on 24 points with 6th position. Only 2 wins and only 2 lose. And Arsenal and Manchester United.
And you think you are okay? I don't even want to talk again.
So let's go back to our main topic. We were talking about young players. Kobe Mainoo, that guy buzzed the midfield. Just the way he buzzed the midfield during the preseason when Manchester United played Arsenal and beat Arsenal. Woto. You guys remember that, right? He was there before he was injured by Real Madrid.
Talk about matches that are important. Matches that are not important. We're playing.
I'm not saying that.
Preseason. Nobody cares.
We are just talking about this. We are just trying to talk about young players and how they. But I'm giving you an instance.
Beat Arsenal, Woto.
Did he bust the midfield against Arsenal?
What did he do? He didn't do shit.
He bust the midfield against them, and she even confirmed it that time. But I don't know why she's changing.
I didn't confirm anything.
It's well. So
I think that was Rice's first match or second match. He was still getting used to the team.
How many matches?
But now,
how many matches?
Come and see.
Come
and see our Declan Rice. That guy now.
Kobe Mainoo was not getting used to the team. How many matches have Kobe Mainoo played for Manchester United?
Is he not an academic player? Be waiting at the column.
Was he playing with the big?
I don't care. He played.
Rice was playing with first team West Ham, and you're comparing with a boy that was playing.
Now you they compare him to who will compare him?
You are the one that brought Rice.
No, because you keep saying before the camera came on a few days ago, you keep telling me Mainoo dealt with Rice.
Mainoo fried Rice. On that preseason game, the whole world was saying Mainoo fried Rice.
You cannot put Mainoo in this. Let's say you want to buy a midfielder. You cannot put Mainoo and put Rice, and they will pick Mainoo. Never. It will never happen. They will always go for Rice because of experience. No matter what you see, you cannot experience the best.
Sometimes they are ashamed. How old is Mainoo that you are comparing?
That's why you're the one comparing. You're the one telling me Mainoo fried rice.
I was talking about Mainoo exclusively. She brought Rice into the
because before the camera came on, you're always talking about how Mainoo fried rice. You still said it again. You still said it again now.
Because you brought Rice into the equation. You are comparing Rice with an 18-year and 18-year-old.
What would I be comparing?
An 18-year. You are saying that if they bring Rice and bring him,
because you said he fried him like rice, so that's why I had to tell you.
What is his name? Your player. What is his name?
Rice.
So, you guys have seen it. Menu is actually 18 years old. Garnacho is a year older than Menu. And he busts the midfield. Don't worry. They're coming for you. There's a return leg. And Menu will be there. Let's go to Garnacho. What a cracking goal. That goal is a world. What do you have to say about that goal? Speak for yourself. When last did you see such a
social media will not let me rest with that guy. This guy will not let me rest.
How will social media let you rest? That goal comes once in a lifetime. Garnacho may not be able to score. I'm saying may, but the caliber of player is because he's actually 19. People that have scored that goal are actually experienced players. He is actually 19 and he scored that goal. Nobody in his age have ever scored that kind of goal. 19 years old and he played and he scored.
I'm not discrediting the goal. The goal was a very.
It's a world-class goal.
Yeah, it is.
Breathtaking.
But stop saying because he's 18 and me because he's 19. That's what made the goal better.
How many
because he's that age. That's why he can fly like that. Even Ronaldo that flew.
These people are experienced. This guy is just a kid.
That's why if you are old, you should not even be able to carry yourself. But this guy, he's young. He should be able to fly.
People have had a lot of practice. This guy is actually 19. How many practice have this guy had to score that goal with that technique? Do you know that goal looks better than the one of Ronaldo? And the one of Ronaldo?
Angeli,
it looks better. Everyone is saying it.
People do backflip.
Okay, now
people do
Garnacho is a backflipper. He did not say a beautiful goal, he's a backflipper. This Arsenal fans will not kill us. I swear. You see this Arsenal fans, they can be jealous. They can be jealous.
That's because of this guy will start warning Ten Hag in the next how many days. Just hold on. When he finally leaves the Champions League,
is my man.
Will they beat Bayern
tomorrow?
Will they beat Galatasaray? We shall see.
Till tomorrow, Ten Hag is my man.
Yes, he's your man.
Yes. So another guy is Pellistri. Another guy is Pellistri from Uruguay. He's always in the Uruguay first team. He made an assist for Darwin Núñez in the match, their last match in the international break. These guys are flying. You see this Ryan Gill for Tottenham. You see the likes of Lamine Yamal breaking records. He's actually the youngest player to score to make his debut in a Spanish national team, and he's also the youngest player to score Spanish national team. He collected the award from Gavi, who was the last holder. Bro, these people, these children, I don't know if to call them children or teenagers. They are flying. They are making waves. So we need to accord them some accolades.
Yeah, they're actually trying. So, yeah.
That shows us that the next generation of football is secured. You know, that will take over from the likes of Mbappe and Haaland and the rest of them. Yes, let's move on to our next topic. What actually is wrong with Tottenham? Tottenham was the team that was running unbeaten up until they met Chelsea and had that series of red cards for Udogie and the Romero. Then had a few injuries in the likes of Van der Ven, their new central back, and Madison, and things are not looking good for them. Actually, the most painful part, and they booed Cash the rest of the match, was this last match they played against Aston Villa. Cash.
They booed him
because he knocked out Bentancur. You know, Bentancur just came back from injury.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
and he played that game.
He gave him another injury.
Gave him another injury, and Tottenham fans were furious because they were already contending with the injuries that they have. Now, Bentancur, which is another key player for them, has taken another injury. So, what is actually going on? Every team is taking injury. That's what we talked about last week, right?
Tottenham, welcome to our world.
Yeah, and they have lost 2 games since then. They lost against Wolves after scoring first, and they lost against Aston Villa after being the first. The worst is that they always go for the goal first. They always score first.
And the other team will equalize.
Yes, the other time it was this their guy that came from Nottingham Forest that scored first. I forgot it.
I think they need
the last match. Loucels who scored.
They need good defenders. They don't have correct defenders. The only one that has stubborn head is the one that is always collecting yellow card or red card.
Their best defense and their first team defense is Van der Ven Romero for central back.
But this guy, their coach benches. This guy that plays, he's an England player, but they don't use him anymore.
Who?
I've forgotten his name.
Which wing does he play?
He's a defender.
Dyer.
He's the one. Well, I don't know why he benches that. That guy is good though. When he comes on, he tries.
He tries, but what they have is better than Dyer. There's a reason for everything.
Okay.
And the Postecoglou is a very good coach. He knows what he's doing. Their first team defense is this guy that comes from Sporting that plays right wing. Remind me that his name. I'll remember his name later. Then Van der Ven, Romero, then Udogie at the left-hand side. But since that central defense got even Udogie is not playing his full fitness. They were about to swap him in the 20th minute. I don't know what happened. Then he said he's okay, and they left him on the pitch. So Tottenham is actually having a really tough time now, and they have lost 2 of their last 2 games. And they are going
to lose more.
Son that was flying is no longer flying. But we will hope that they come back. But I have to top them. I'm happy that they are, they are coming down. They are now 1 point ahead of me in the Premier League. So it's looking good. What do you have to say about this?
About Tottenham?
Yeah, Tottenham.
We all knew they were going to drop it. Is it not Tottenham?
Okay, that brings me to your topic. The topic that the biggest topic of the night, which is Arsenal. Arsenal is topping the table. She's very happy. And as soon as the game was over between Liverpool and Man City and they drew the game 1-1, I chat her up and say, you guys are bottlers. It is left for you this evening to bottle this game and not win. And they nearly bottled it against Brentford. When did the goal come? And the goal came from a guy that she has despised all season. Havertz, my man. That guy, I love that guy. I've loved Havertz. Right,
it's not about you loving. That is what I keep saying.
He's an amazing player.
See, this is what I keep saying.
Give people time.
Angeli is a biased.
I'm not biased.
Once he loves somebody, he doesn't like saying the truth about. Ronaldo did something today. He won a penalty, but he said it's not a penalty. That the referee should cancel it. That it's not a penalty. We are your fans. We want you to continue scoring, whether it's a penalty or it's not a penalty. Collect this thing and score goals.
But have you checked the other side? VAR may still look at it and they still find out it's not a penalty.
Forget that one.
Ronaldo did a very sportsmanship thing, though.
Well, he did. My point is, if you like somebody, if they do wrong, call them out. If they do right, applaud them. Don't just keep quiet. How much did we buy Havertz? How much did we buy him? Did we buy him to come and be doing mumu on the pitch?
Every player
we bought him to come and play football. Everybody, even the commentators, everybody, they were complaining about him.
No,
you cannot just go there and be doing lazy up and down.
You need to pick up in their second season. Some players.
Nobody is going to babysit you.
Listen,
you are a professional footballer. You have a footballer. You have experience. Come and use your experience. When they pass football, Angeli, this guy, I'm not the only one complaining about him. Kudos to him. He scored for us. We were all happy.
If not for that guy, you will not be talking the league.
That is what we paid him for. Why would you pay? Why would you pay so much millions and you come there and be doing anyhow?
Did he force you to buy him?
Mr. Man, come and perform.
He did not force you to buy him.
If he does not want to come,
you saw him and knew that he's a good player.
If he doesn't want to come, let him remain in his club.
Then you go for him.
He's not a player that any club wants to die for.
You see the one that's telling you when she doesn't like someone, that's how she goes. She will be kissing the person.
Who said I don't like you?
You don't like Havertz.
What will you say I don't like?
You don't like Havertz.
I
confirmed it from a long time. You do not like Havertz.
What will you say I don't like him? Because I complain that the player is not playing well.
Some players pick up.
If you don't play well, I will tell you.
There are players that pick up slowly, and I've always told her this guy is a good player. Give him time.
Because you like him.
Listen, there are players that pick up the game slowly.
You don't.
Anthony came to Manchester United. He has not been playing well. If he's first season, he scored a couple of goals, he has not been playing well. I admit. How much did we buy him? Has anyone killed Anthony yet? There are players that pick up. It depends on their pace. Some players today, they kick off immediately. Just like Madison kicked off with Tottenham. There are players you buy, they take 1 season, they take 2 seasons. Some players don't even.
Well,
but Havertz is actually. You can see the effort.
If that is how he is, we'll keep on complaining until he proves himself. And now he has done that. He has scored a goal.
So because he scored a goal, that's how he proved himself.
No, he hasn't. He just scored a goal.
He's a midfielder, for crying out loud. The midfielders are not. They are meant to score.
He scored a goal.
But it's not their priority. Their priority is to pass the midfield.
Okay, why has he?
And supply the attacker.
Why has he been doing that?
He has been doing a job.
Jesus.
He has been doing a job.
Jesus Christ. Let us end this video.
Havertz has been doing. You see the way she doesn't like it.
It's not. I don't hate him.
Same thing that she does to Nketiah. Even though Nketiah outscores
Jesus Christ,
she will never ever stop on Nketiah.
You need to see. You don't have to. My point is,
I know that.
See,
Jesus makes more chances than Nketiah. Yes, he's a better bowler than Nketiah. But Nketiah scores more goals than him. Why do you hate the guy so much? Every time Nketiah, you're complaining about these guys.
Even
if he doesn't like it, that's why I'm telling you, never come to. She will finish you.
Against Brentford, against this match, did you see the chance Nketiah got? Saka was here, Odegaard was here. Pass the ball to them, let them shoot the ball. And that is how Nketiah lost the ball. And we have
chances. How many times have you come to Athens to say that Gabriel Jesus lost 1 or 2 chances? Doesn't he lose chances?
Gabriel Jesus,
is he not a human being?
When he has
human beings miss chances.
A clear opportunity that you know that it's 50-50 for you. If you play it might go in. If you play it might not go in. And you see 2 players that are
there is no striker that I've ever seen that is not selfish.
No,
in fact, it's part of the attributes of being a striker.
No, Gabriel Jesus. Once he knows that you people are still on level terms, like you are still 0-0 or 1-1, and you people need a win, he is not selfish. He is going to look at the player that is more favorable to score. He will not. That is my problem with Nketiah. You cannot be selfish when you need a win. 2 players are free. They were doing like this. That's how you treat the ball away. And we needed a win.
The Nketiah that you have been complaining about. Let me ask you a question. How many players have scored hat-trick for you this season? I want to hear. Time is ticking.
Haaland.
I'm talking about Arsenal.
Listen.
I'm not talking about Man City.
Haaland. We keep saying he doesn't perform when it comes to big matches. He doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Because he has good teammates around him to give him ball. That's why he can score anytime.
Drive home to this your point. I don't understand why you're bringing
But people are always criticizing him. But guess what? Haaland is always proving people wrong.
You definitely have critics as a footballer.
The other day,
have critics, you not do well.
The other day, they said that he's all the time he's scoring anyhow goals. His reply was, he's even happy that this is the first time he will.
We should not even be bringing Haaland to this talk. Haaland was a contender for Ballon d'Or. He was supposed to win the Ballon d'Or.
Wait, he said this is the first time he will score with his balls. That is what he said. My point is,
let's understand where you are.
My point is,
where are you bringing Haaland to this?
We need consistency. You cannot perform today, then 2 weeks later, you are still not performing. 3 weeks later, you are still. Then 1 month later, all of a sudden, you perform. Then after that, you take a break. Nigga, you are a striker. Deliver. We need. This other team,
I asked her a question.
The same thing.
I asked her a question.
You see that
I asked her a question that she has not answered.
What did you ask me?
I said, who has given you hat-trick this season?
That is not a question.
Who is your highest goal scorer this season?
Who is my highest goal scorer? Yes. I don't even know. I know that everybody is scoring.
It is Nketiah.
Because of how many goals?
That's why I'm telling you, Osimhen. No matter how many goals you score, if she doesn't like you,
what's it called?
You are finished. Because the other video we did, we are telling Osimhen to come.
He is going to come to Arsenal.
Let me tell you something. If she doesn't like you, just as she doesn't like Havertz, doesn't like Nketiah, if she picks you out and she doesn't like you,
that's the thing.
Your own is finished.
That's the thing. Even if I like you,
understand?
Even if I like you,
this guy is your highest goal scorer.
Even if I like you, if you do rubbish, I will call you out.
This guy is your highest goal scorer.
I don't want to know.
I said that he's your highest goal scorer. This guy is the only player.
Till next 2 weeks.
He's the player in your team that have scored the hat-trick. I think maybe Saka. Oh no, Saka scored his own hat-trick in English England team. But he's the only player that in Arsenal that have scored hat-trick this season. And every time you're complaining about this
So
guy,
because
your Gabriel Jesus
because
is coming in and out of injury like he's made of glass. And you still have him out to finish.
But when he is fit, he performs.
Does what?
He
How many goals
hits
does
the
he have?
ball, crosses the ball. Nketiah will just be catwalking.
How many?
He doesn't.
You that love Jesus so much, how many assists does he have and how many goals does he have?
Go and ask Champions League.
He's not your highest assist person in your
because
team.
he's injured. He's injured.
He's
injured.
Did anybody send him to injury?
Well, he has been injured. He's back now. Hopefully, he doesn't go back again because of all this international break. All this, maybe now he will be fit and he will play for us. I'm sure he's going to. I'm not sure. He might assist, but that guy, even if he doesn't, there's this thing they call semi-assist. He's going to perform. You cannot perform today. Tomorrow, you will not do anything. Next tomorrow, you need to be consistent.
Arsenal fans that are like sexy spin, learn to love your players and appreciate them and support them.
I love all my players, but if they do rubbish, I
complain about Rashford because Rashford have not given us goals this season. In fact, he had to be given a penalty at the platter of goal to boost his confidence. That's why I complain about Rashford. But Nketiah gives you goals. And you're still complaining about it.
When last did he score?
What are you talking about?
When last did he score? Give me goals. As if he's the
top. Who is your highest goal scorer?
Oh yeah, who is Arsenal highest goal overall?
I'm talking of this season. What are you talking about?
This season. Forget this season. I'm talking about all the overall highest.
The people still serving you are the people you don't like. Nketiah, Havertz.
Nobody is saying I don't like them. But they need to perform.
She doesn't.
Odegaard was playing rubbish before. Now he has improved.
When Odegaard
that's what I'm saying. If you improve,
she was
if you keep playing rubbish, you not go like you.
And Havertz
is that simple?
Was the same way she was dissing Odegaard, and I told her Odegaard is a very fantastic player. He will come good. She kept arguing with me. Now Odegaard is her best player. Because
Odegaard is not my best player, but he's up there.
Best player, right that we find.
This season, the players performing is Rice. After Rice, then Saka.
She know they use IC5 boys. You know.
Rice is not that fine.
The other day, Raya was at the bench for this last game against Brentford. She was looking at me and said, "This guy is fine." When she sees a fine guy, if you don't find for her eye, maybe Nketiah no find it to her eye, or Havertz no find it to her. I don't know what is.
They are all fine. They are all fine boys.
When she sees all these fine boys, I believe she started supporting Arsenal because of your workout. Go and Google this thing.
Jesus.
I got. You see, she know they carry fine boys play. Whether they play
that year,
once you be fine
that year, Arsenal, the only ugly player, he wasn't even ugly, was Sagna. But he wasn't ugly.
He's a fine guy.
With his red lips, we're still tripping for him like that. Arsenal has never signed an ugly player.
I believe that's why she joined Arsenal, the Fine Boys Association. But let me tell you something.
No, the thing is why. Then it's now that Nigerians support Chelsea more. But that time when Kanu was an Arsenal player, Nigerians.
Chelsea had fans.
Angeli, see, right from time.
Yeah, Arsenal had fans, but Chelsea had fans.
No, it's now.
No.
Chelsea had fans when Mikel.
I don't know where you grew up.
No.
In my area, where I grew up.
I grew up in Lagos.
I grew up in Aba. In Aba, we had a lot of Chelsea fans. In fact, they can disturb the street. I remember when Champions League final, the one Manchester United took in 2007, 2008.
When Kanu
we played that Champions League finals, as in it was buzzing. Chelsea fans are too much. They are everywhere.
No, Chelsea fans are everywhere. But let me tell you, that time when Kanu was was playing for Arsenal, trust me, almost the whole of Nigeria, not all Nigeria, but let's say 80% to maybe 70%.
Who is 80%?
Maybe 70%.
I'm not Nigeria. I'm not an Arsenal supporter.
Maybe 5%.
I don't even know how many people around Nigeria.
5% Man U.
Which
then the rest 30% Chelsea. But when Mikel,
fellow Nigerians, you know better. You know where you grew up, and you know how many Arsenal fans.
See, go and watch Mikel's podcast. He even said it.
Since we are digressing, this is not where we are here to talk about. So let's wrap up the show. It has been a wonderful weekend. Like Sexy pointed out, Ronaldo did a very sportsman thing tonight. He was about to be awarded a penalty, and he said that it's not a penalty. I don't know why he did that. He got a ticket for me. I was actually going to win that ticket because I carried an assist straight win, and he busted that ticket for me, being a good guy. And yes, what do you think about everything that we have talked about tonight?
I'm just happy club football is back again. No more all this nonsense international.
And you are buzzing that you're at top of the table.
Of course,
with 1 point.
Go and steal it now. Go and steal it.
Well, we all know that Arsenal, they are league butlers. They were somewhere. they top, last season, they finished.
That is last season.
Last season, they finished second. There was a point they were topping the league. And now they are on top of the league. Let's hope and pray for them that they don't bottle it. We are coming for you.
That is your prayer.
Manchester United, we are coming for you. We are just 6 points behind you. We are coming. And let's see what this weekend brings between Manchester United and Newcastle. We'll be back to talk about it because you see.
You know that picture. You know that picture you posted where that baby was running with the chicken. Now so as that be, una go pursue, na no go fit catch us. Now so you people will be sinking while we will be going up.
Remember that picture I posted, right? The person that was pursuing the kid has long legs.
Boy, you know fit catch him.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. We'll be back with you next week to give you a new and fresh episode of things going on around football. You can check us on our Instagram page, Let's Banter Football, Twitter page, Let's Banter Ball, and also everywhere we are on our YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Always subscribe to our channels. Tell your people to subscribe. Always share our videos. They are very interesting. It has a rich knowledge of football in it, and these guys here, we are actually, bringing you the best. So please support this channel, and when we are growing with you. We know our top fans, So let's get it cracking. Next week we are coming back with a fresh episode of things that going to happen this week, and the things that are going to happen during this Champions League.
Yeah.
The Champions League is buzzing tomorrow and next. We are recording this video on Monday, today being the 27th. Let's get cracking and see you guys next week. Ciao.